hope you're all well and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing my updated handbag collection. I feel like it's not too long since I did my last one, but I'm thinking of video ideas that I think you guys would really like, and I've got quite a few new bags to my collection since then, so I thought, why not do an updated one? And I'm going to show you some high street ones as well, mainly designer, because I know people like to see the designer ones. But I've just got a few here that I want to show you before I get into the designer ones that I am loving and are all under £100 and even under like £30, and they're on the high street, so I wanted to show you those. So before I get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I do a video every day or every other day at the moment, so I would love to have you here with me, and if you do subscribe, make sure you hit the notifications bell, because I'm terrible at making sure I upload at the same time every day, so just have those on and then you will never miss it, but it's usually in the morning. So the first bag I want to show you is, if you have watched my video that was going to Bicester Village, which you totally should because it's amazing there, I did see the most amazing Prada bag, and I saw this dupe for it on Topshop, and honestly it's like £16 at the moment because it's got discount on, but full price is £18. And they also have it in like pink and lime green, and it's just the cutest like 90s style little shoulder bag, and it's so designer looking because all of the designers like by far, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, obviously that's printed, Prada have got bags like this out at the moment, so it's a really good one to get. Another bag that I've mentioned quite a lot on this channel is this tote bag, and I just think it's amazing. It's so perfect. Oh, the light's just gone really bright. It's so perfect. It's just that perfect tote bag size that fits my laptop in. It's got these thick straps so it doesn't feel heavy when it's on your shoulder. It's got a real Bottega feel to it. Also comes in cream, and it's got this little pouch that comes inside so you can keep all your valuables inside. So it really like ticks all the boxes for me, and it's probably one of my most used bags ever. And then I'm just whipping through the high street ones quickly. The last high street one I want to show you is this one, which is from a brand called Azarina. So it's not actually high street, it's just high street price point. So it's online, and I've actually got a discount code for these, which I'll put in the description below because I can't remember it. It's either Sinead X Azarina or Azarina X Sinead, but it's 20% off. And I love this little bag. I've actually got it in brown as well. So I've got it in brown and lilac, and they have it in loads of different pastel colours and neutral colours too. So it's a real good one, and a major good dupe for the by far little grab bag that's like super popular at the moment. So rather than going in order of like what I got, I'm just going through each shelf of my handbag collection because I don't know if I can remember like the dates and stuff. So the first one I want to show you, I think it's actually on sale at the moment or on discount, and it's this amazing bag by Shrimps. I ummed and ahed about this for quite some time, but I just think it's like the perfect classic bag, and it's like, even though it's pearl and it's like quite a statement, I do feel like it's so beautiful. It looks great with any outfit, like casual or smart, and I do feel like it's something that even if I stopped wearing it, I would like have it on a shelf as a piece of art. It's just so beautiful. I can imagine using this as like an A2. I feel like the Queen would use this bag. And it's just so beautiful. So next is one of my more recent designer purchases, and it's this bag from Bottega, and I got this at the airport on the way to honeymoon. I really wanted something from Bottega for ages, and I've been eyeing this bag up, and then I saw it that they had it at the airport, despite it seemed to be sold out everywhere, and I was just obsessed with it, so I had to get it. My husband was like, get it, treat yourself, it's our honeymoon, you deserve a treat, and he was just like enabling me so much. And what I loved about it was the fact that I hadn't really seen many people with it, so I thought it was a bit more special than like the pouch bag, which at this point I don't think if you got a real one people would know the difference because there's so many fakes. But yeah, so I really wanted to get this. What I love about this one is you can hold it like this as like a tote, or you can have it folded over as a clutch and it looks good like that, or like this, so you can see like more of the quilting, and you can fit so much in here. It's not lined, but it has got like a big pocket, and they do this in all leather too, and in all colours, but this is like a linen-y, no, it's more of a canvas material, and I like this, got like the raw edges. I just think it's such a cool bag. Then this is my first ever designer bag that was a gift in blogging. So this was actually a gift as part of collaboration with Mulberry, and it was actually a paid collaboration as well. They like paid me and gave me a bag, and I know that now I sound like I'm bragging, but I'm not. But like honestly, I was just in shock that Mulberry wanted to work with me. I would have taken the bag as like a gift for like payment, but they paid me as well. I was like in shock. But I love this bag. So it was for the classic Bayswater, and they wanted to do it actually on like the more classic style, so like the other like black and stuff, like the neutral colours, but I really wanted something that was a bit different, and I pushed for this one, and then they accepted because obviously it's my style, so they wanted me to have something that I would more likely wear. And I do wear this bag. I haven't worn this bag in a while actually, but when I first got it I wore it quite a lot, and I like having it because my laptop fits in here, so it's a really good one for like travelling by train or car or whatever. It's a really good like travel bag, and it's the updated version of the Bayswater, so it's got the strap and then the zip fastening, and then it's also got a crossbody strap. Then this next bag is my Louis Vuitton, I think it's called the Victoire or Victor, and I honestly get messages like weekly from people asking to buy this bag from me. Someone asked me the other day if they could buy it for double the price that I paid for it, and honestly I just wouldn't sell it because I love this bag so much. I haven't worn it like properly in a while, but I just think it's such a classic. I love the colours, as you can see. It's just such a lovely neutral bag. I actually wanted the one with the black pocket on the front, which is the more popular one, and I found this one at Heathrow Airport, and I've never seen this colour before or since anywhere, and so I bought it there. It was like a treat to myself. It was when I was going to the Cayman Islands on a blogging trip with the tourism board, and I'd been looking at this bag anyway, and it had a big discount because it was at Heathrow, and I also was just like, this is a major moment for me to be going on such an incredible trip. Like I need to mark the occasion, and I do that quite a lot with my bags and stuff, my designer things. It's like if I'm going on a trip or something, then I usually see it as like an excuse to buy something, so I'm like, I need something to remember it by. But yeah, I love this bag so much, and it doesn't mark either. That's the good thing about Louis Vuitton canvas. And I really love Louis Vuitton. I'm not a big fan of the straps, so this is why I love this one too, because it's got the chain strap. Go on to the next shelf, and the first thing I want to show you is my first ever designer bag, which is this Chloe one. And I got this actually from Bangkok, and overpaid a disgusting amount because I did so. I saved all the money to buy myself a designer bag, and I didn't know which one I wanted, but I saved all the money before we went travelling for like 2 or 3 months, I think, me and Jack. And then when we got to Bangkok, they have these like giant super malls with like loads of designer shops, and I was just going around them all and being like, oh, just want bag, blah, blah, blah. And then I had this money but a hole in my pocket, and I saw this bag in this colour, and I was just like, I'm obsessed. So I got it thinking like I'm getting a bargain, because and this is the thing as well, I'm not very savvy. Like I didn't look up what the prices should be in England or anything like that. I just was like, I really love that bag, it'll be cheaper because I'm in another country, which is not the truth, unless you're in certain countries. And I'll get duty tax back. So I was like, perfect. So I got it, and ended up spending like £500 extra, because even with the tax back, like it was ridiculously overpriced. Also it's a seasonal colour, so I kind of justified to myself like, it's a seasonal colour, so it's worth it because it's rare. But then like a year later, basically it was so popular and sold out so much that they were like, we're bringing it back, it's going to be a classic colour now. So that's my sob story. But do you know what, I'm so glad, I'm still so glad that I got it. I love this bag so much still. I think it is such a classic style. I know that the Chloe Faye had its moment and maybe it's gone now, but that doesn't make me love it any less. I love the Chloe Faye bag, and you'll start to realise that as I go through my collection. So this is one of my more recent bags. I got this for Christmas from my husband. It was the most generous gift, honestly. I was not expecting it at all. He is a king of surprises, and like normally he gets me more, shall we say, practical birthday presents and Christmas presents. So he got me for my birthday the year before. I actually cried I sound like such a brat, but he got me a travel pillow. So you can imagine my surprise when I opened this bag. It was just so unexpected, and we had actually set a budget of about £200, so he like definitely went over that, but I'd been looking at this bag and really liked it for ages, and I nearly bought it actually. Me and my sister went on holiday to Prague and I nearly got it, but if you're a sister as well, then you will know what it's like when you're on holiday with your sister for an extended period of time. You can end up arguing, and we're having a day when we were arguing when I was going to buy the bag, and I was like, I cannot buy a bag when this vibe is going on. So I was like, you are ruining new handbag day. So I didn't buy it, and thank God I didn't, because I got it for free from Jag. Then this is my most recent baby, and this is the one that I got from Bicester Village, and I did film my trip to Bicester Village, which I've already spoken about, and then I also did a little unboxing video of this where I did a proper unboxing and I talked through it, and I talked through everything that fits inside, and I also did ways to wear it with different styling ideas and outfit ideas. So if you are thinking about this bag, then make sure you go and have a look at that. And if there's any of the bags in this video that you would like me to do a kind of review like that on, then do let me know. If you want me to do like a ways to wear, what fits inside, full-on review, then let me know, because I love to do those kinds of videos. So if there's anything that you've seen here that you were thinking about getting, let me know. But I love this bag so much, so I won't go into too much detail because I've literally just done that, but I got that from Bicester Village. I was kind of gifted a voucher when I went on the trip. It wasn't a trip, when I went. They gave me a £400 voucher, and this bag was about 770, so I got it for like half price, which was really good, and I just love the colour of it. The next bag is another one that someone has asked to buy off of me, literally like 2 days ago, and it's the first time, and it's this little Gucci, I don't know if it's part of the Gucci Marmont range, and it's the bug one. I don't know if it's like a collaboration or not, I'm not 100% sure, but basically I went in and saw this and like fell in love with it. I've said a million times on here when I talk about bags that I feel like every bag has like the optimum size of like the size that it should come in, like the original size. Like if I was designing a bag, I would like design it and then I'd design alternatives. So I feel like, to me, this, it probably isn't, but I feel like the dimensions and style of this looks like the perfect one, because I just feel like the bugs just work perfectly on here, and yeah, I just, whereas I've seen the backpack's cool actually. I've seen the bigger one, the Marmont bag that everyone has with this, and it's got a bow on and stuff, and I'm just not a fan, but I love this one so much. It was around, I think it was either 800 or 600 or 1,200. I think it was 600. I can't remember because it was a long time ago. I do remember the day that I got it though. So it's like a little wallet on chain basically. You can remove the chain. It's also got this little tab here, which means that you can pull the strap to one side and wrap it round and hook it on and make it a bum bag, which is the most worn way that I wear it. It's got this really cute little heart in the background. I mean, I don't know why I'm showing you in so much detail because I don't think you can buy this, but you can buy it plain, and I'll try and find a second-hand version of it if they have it online. But I love this so much, and I basically had like seen it and I was like thinking about it for a couple of weeks, probably longer, hopefully longer, because otherwise that's very impulsive. And then one day I had a meeting and it was right off Bond Street, and I had like an hour between meetings, and then I went and saw it again and I was like, oh my god, I love it so much. And it was like one of the last ones, which it always is, which I swear they lie to you. And then I actually went to go and get a new iPhone that day too, busy day, and I remember being like, look, I need to go and get a new iPhone, and I'm not buying this bag until, because I was getting the large one, until I go and get the iPhone and then test that it fits inside. And then I came back and it fitted, and so I bought this too. So then I went to my next meeting with like a new iPhone and a Gucci handbag. It's crazy. So this is my second Louis Vuitton bag and my only other Louis Vuitton bag, and this was actually second hand. It's one of my only second-hand bags actually. I don't really buy second-hand designer that much though. I do want to. I browse it all the time, but I just feel like I'm quite a spur of the moment buyer, and more of, like I said, in the kind of I will buy something because I'm like, it has memories attached, whereas I feel like with secondhand buying, it's more like you decide you want something and then spend a long time looking for it. But this is actually my sister's old bag, so I bought a secondhand from her. And it's so cute. It's again that kind of 90s vibe little baguette. I think she mainly used it just as like a makeup bag or something, which I think was a complete waste. So she actually bought it secondhand, I think, herself. I think maybe, but I got it for £200 from her, and I found loads online that are around the same price, so I'll link those. And it's just a really cute little shoulder bag, again like my Prada one, but I just really like the monogram, and it's got that strap, which, can you see that the strap is like, this is how she used it as a makeup bag, so she's not even used the strap. You can see that bit's like, you know how Vuitton leather goes all faded, that bit has, so the strap is like brand new. So I got a bargain. So the next is this Gucci bag, which I love so much. This is probably one of my most loved bags and most worn. Again, it's got the canvasy material like the Louis Vuitton, which means that it doesn't scratch that easily, which is good for someone who is so clumsy as me. Though it has got quite scratched up here, and that is my own fault, because literally the week I got it, I went to LA and I put it in my tote bag because I didn't want to put it in my suitcase, and so my tote bag, my laptop and stuff in, I just shoved it in like an idiot, and when I got it out I was like, what have I done? But nothing can stay perfect forever. I'm a clumsy person. But yeah, I really wanted this bag for ages. I feel like I've said this before, I really wanted this bag for ages, but basically it was on my wish list. But I've always, as you can see with some of these bags, they're like quite rare or like one-offs or different unusual colorways, and this is like a classic part of the core collection. So I'd always kind of thought to myself, I don't need to rush to get it, but I will get it eventually. And then one day I'd seen it on Instagram on Andy Singer, and she just styled it so perfectly. And then I got invited to the Revolve festival, and I also got invited to go to the Reward Style conference in Dallas, both in America, both major like career highlights for me. So I was like, I need to get myself something to A, wear there, and B, to mark the occasion. So I got this. Okay, so we're on to the next layer, and I said I like Chloe Faye's, and I do. I've got another one here, and this is just the most adorable little bag. It is the wallet on chain, I think, and so you can take the strap off or on and have it as like a little clutch bag, and I also like styling it as a bum bag, or wrapping it around to have it as a short bag. There's so many different ways to wear it. I actually got this to wear as a bum bag because I'd seen Neggin wear it like that, and I just love the colourway of it, and I was actually thinking of getting rid of this like over winter, but I do think it's a summer bag, and I do think it's timeless. I just love the colour of it, so I'm definitely not going to get rid of it. And I actually nearly got the big Chloe Faye in this colour, so I like the fact that I've got the mini one in this colour now, because then I ended up getting both, but this was a long time after. And the next is another, this is like my blue bag section clearly, and this was another very generous blogger mail gift from Mulberry, the brand themselves, and I picked it again. They had some new handbags out, and they said, did I want to pick something from the new collections, and I picked this one, which I love, and it really reminds me of the Louis Vuitton, you know, the Louis Vuitton satchel, Petit Mal, no, Petit, I don't know, anyway, Petit Four, I want to say, it reminds me of that. But it's really nice, kind of big inside. You can take this chain off if you want, and it's got a magnetic fastening. I really like the kind of quilted stitching detail, and I just think this blue colour is so nice, and it's just really different to all of my other bags, with the crossbody strap. It's kind of like a satchel, and I really like that, and I love all the gold. I feel like the gold and the blue together are so nice. This is just a perfect summer bag too. I think this one might actually be in the sale as well. Last time I checked it was in sale. Then a bag you guys will have seen so much is this Chloe bag here. I think that you can probably tell by now that I'm a bit of a Chloe fan. So this bag I actually got on Black Friday, not the one that's just gone, but the one before that. So I had, again, got a really generous voucher from Farfetch, I think for £400. And this bag I had been eyeing up for a while. And I wasn't sure what I wanted to get, and I didn't want to like just get something for the fact that I had a voucher. I wanted to wait to get something that I really wanted. So I waited, and then I fell in love with this bag, and then it was Black Friday, and I was like, I wonder if I can use the voucher on Black Friday, and I could. So with the discount from Black Friday and the voucher, I ended up spending £600 on this bag of my own money. So I think it was around half price, which was amazing. I love this bag so much. It's probably my most worn designer bag ever. It's just, I mean, I'm clumsy too, as I said, and you can't really see any wear and tear. It doesn't look like caviar leather, but it's definitely got that kind of some kind of grain on it without looking like it, because it's just stood the test of time. And I put it on the floor too, and the bottom is still perfect. It's got this inner which looks nice like that, because you can see it, which I really like, but you can push it down so you can't see if you want to. And I just think it's like the perfect bucket bag. It's quite big too, so you can actually fit so much in there. And it looks cute held like that, or you can put the crossbody strap on. I'm not sure if you can still buy this online, but I will link it or alternatives. I did see it in Vista Village in the other colourways. I know this colourway sold out quite quickly because it's like obviously in the most like classic, but I'll try and find something for you guys of all of these if they've sold out or whatever. Then we have another special one, and it's my Chanello. If you guys have followed me for a while, you'll remember the story, because I was vlogging, weekly vlogging at the time that I got this, and one day, so I'd seen this, basically when I bought my other Chanel bag, which I haven't showed you yet, I saw this on the way out. I literally saw, not this exact one, but this style, the Gabrielle I think it's called, in denim, and I was like, oh my god, but I was like, no, just bought a Chanel bag, like calm down. So I didn't like pursue it or whatever, and then like 6 months later, I asked about the denim bag, and they were like, you're crazy, that sold out within like weeks of going out, like you can't just say you want like that bag. So I was like, oh okay, so now I get how it works. You have to be quick. And then I saw this one, and I was like, oh my god, it's so gorgeous. And it was kind of remind me of it because it's got the navy and the blue, and I just love that it's got the Chanel writing on it. It's just a really special bag and so unique. And then it's got the Paris and handbag there, because that's the collection, the Paris handbag collection. And then it's got the really nice chain detail. It's got the double strap, and it's all in combined metals. So it's like the gold, the kind of it's oxidized silver, and then the normal silver, and they just look so good. You can wear it over the shoulder, crossbody, or the way that's really cool to wear it is like this with both straps on. So anyway, I saw that this bag, fell in love with it, but then was like, no, need to be good. I actually, no, I'm lying. Okay, so I saw it online, marked in my diary when it was gonna come out. Yeah, I did. Then I went and had a look at it, and they were like, it's not there, basically. They had it in another colour, I think it was black and red or something like that, and they were like, no, sold out, blah blah blah. Then they found it for me in one store in the bigger size, and I'd only actually ever seen it in the bigger size. This is an important thing to note. I'd only seen it in the bigger size, and I just thought that that was the only size it came in. And even though that wasn't the size I originally wanted, I was like, do you know what, I love that bag so much that I'm happy to get the bigger size, because I just really want the bag. So then I went to Harrods. Was it Harrods that I got this from? No, I went to Harrods, and they were like, do you want the small one or the medium one? And I was like, hang on a minute, there's 2 sizes? I thought there was only one. And they were like, no, there's 2 sizes. And then I was like, oh my god, my mind has been boggled. And then they didn't actually, no, they had the medium, and I looked at the medium and I was like, I really like it, but now that I know that there's a small, and And then she rang round, she was so helpful, she rang round and she was like, there's one left in the country. No, there's 2 left in the country. There's one at Heathrow Airport, which obviously I wasn't going to get because I wasn't going to get a flight. And there's one in Manchester. And then I rang Jack and was like, do you want to go to Manchester for the weekend? Because my friend actually lives there. I was like, we could go and see Rosie and Tom and have a lovely weekend. And he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, and there's also a handbag and Chanel that I want. And he was like, oh, okay. Anyway, went to Manchester the next day and bought the bag. So, yeah. That's my story about this bag. Then, while we're on Chanel, this is my first Chanel bag. I can't even believe that I own 2 Chanel bags. Like, I honestly in my life never imagined I'd ever own one. And I can't believe that I'm sat here saying that I own 2. It's insane. So this is my first Chanel bag. And it's a classic flap. And I got the medium size. I actually really liked the small size. But the woman in Chanel was quite forceful in telling me that I wouldn't use a small one. And I feel like I'm glad she did, because now it's quite a small size and it's the perfect size in my opinion for like day and evening. But when I saw the small one next to this seemed really big, but now I'm glad I got this one. But she was quite forceful and rude, to be honest. But I mean, she was French, not to be rude to any French people, but I do feel like European people are more direct, whereas British are like more like, I don't know, they kind of like skirt around what they're trying to say, whereas European people are like, you'll regret getting that bag. And she was right, to be fair. So anyway, so now that I've offended all of the European people watching me, let's continue talking about the bag. Sorry guys, I'm sure you know what I mean. You probably think British people are ridiculous for not being direct. So this bag, so yeah, I got this in Paris. Again, as I said, I like to buy things with special occasions, and I saved up the money for the bag, but I was about, well, this is a lot of money, I was about £250 short, but I said to myself, if it's under £4,000 I'm gonna buy it, because I'm nearly there. And I didn't know how much it was, which is ridiculous when you're saving. I knew it was around £4,000, and I didn't know if in Paris it would be cheaper. And I was with all my sisters, and it was just like such a special trip that I was like, wanted to mark the occasion, and it would just be so special. And there's the original Chanel store there, so I went to that store, and not the one where the woman was rude. I didn't go back to her. So I went to the original Chanel store where they have like the special white bags and boxes. So it's like different to all the other Chanel stores, because I just thought it would be really special, the one on Rue de Gambon. And my sister was just like, it's a forever bag, they always grab a price, which they do, it will keep its value. So I got it, even though it was just over £4,000, but I was like, come on, I'm just gonna get it. And I love it so much, and I literally wore it like every day when I first got it, and I ended up scuffing the corners quite a bit because I'm a clumsy cow. And so in the end I stopped wearing it, and I really need to start wearing it again. I do still wear it now, but it's more of like an occasional bag. I need to get it back into my everyday wardrobe, really. Then guys, I did tell you I like the Chloe Faye bag. So I also have a Chloe Faye backpack. Now this was, I don't know if you would class this as a gift or not. So basically I went to Henley Festival with Bicester Village, and they very generously gave me a gift voucher to buy an outfit for Henley Festival. And obviously whenever I go to Bicester Village, my first stop is always Chloe because I'm obsessed. And I saw this bag and I got it with my voucher. I spent my whole voucher on this because it was £600, and that's how much a voucher was. It might have been just over £600. And Lauren did the same. She got one too. We were like, we just spent all of our money on a bag, and we need to buy a dress and outfit. Like, we were like, what have we done? But we were just like, we need to get these bags. But I love this so much, and I've worn this so much. I loved it in LA for the Revolve Festival. We didn't actually go to Coachella, but it was like that vibe. And that's why I knew that the other Chloe C bag I would love, because it's the same kind of colour tone, and it is such a neutral, and it's so cute for summer and winter. But yeah, I love this bag so much, and I did end up just spending my own money on a dress, so I got one from DVF and it's so nice. I'm going to do a wardrobe tour, so I'll show you in my wardrobe tour. Then the next bag was a very generous gift from Very Exclusive, and I didn't actually know much about them before I started working with them, but they do like designer brands but more low-end designer and like designer diffusion. So this is Marc by Marc Jacobs. Is it just Marc Jacobs? So this is a camera bag, and I love this bag so much. I have to admit I don't reach for it as much as I used to when I first got it, but you can fit way more in here than you would think. And it's just a really cute bag, and I love to wear this bag when I'm wearing a really simple like jeans and a white tee outfit, because it's got this most amazing statement strap that looks so cool when you're wearing a simple, I mean it will look really cool with this outfit too, when you've got a really simple outfit on, to wear like a statement strap, it just kind of adds so much to the outfit. And you can take the strap off, so if you wanted to just add a chain you could. And my friend's got this in a couple of colours, and they're all so nice, and they have like really nice, I've seen one that's like matte black and matte white, and it's so cool, and they have like all pastel colours, and this is around 250 I think, so it's quite a good like entry-level designer bag. So I've got another camera bag here, and this one's from Tory Burch, and this was another very generous gift, and this was from my bag, and they're the same kind of thing as Very Exclusive, but more handbag focused of course, and they do more kind of designery things than Very Exclusive, I'd say, and Very Exclusive do like clothes as well. I did actually do a full review and unboxing and styling video on this, so I'll link that below too. This is really quite new to me, and I really love it. I love it's my first thing ever from Tory Burch. I've been eyeing their stuff up for a while. I love the cream, real like beautiful cream material, and it's also got that kind of pebbled effect, which means that it won't get scratched as easily. I love the imprinted design on the front. It really reminds me of the Gucci disco bag without being that expensive, and also I actually kind of prefer it because it's a bit smaller, which I like, and it's more structured because it's got the two zips and things and the different pockets. I feel like it's more structured, so it won't kind of collapse and look as used as, because I feel like the Gucci disco, after a year or so I've seen people with them, and I feel like they do look quite like not battered, but do you know what I mean? They look older, like they don't age well, whereas I feel like this would. I've just realised that the next few bags are all gifted. So the next bag is also a very generous gift from the brand Furla. My friend is actually an ambassador for them, and she got to host like a dinner with them and invite her favourite bloggers, and I was one of them. And we all got to meet in the Furla store before we had dinner, and then they were like, surprise, you can all pick a handbag of your choice, and we were like, it literally took me like an hour to pick because I was so torn and indecisive, and I'm so glad I got this one. Now I haven't worn this in probably like a year, but I love it still. It was one of my most worn bags when I had it. I wore it every day. It looks so good for day and night. It's that bigger style, but I just love the chunky chain. It's so cool. Kind of reminds me a bit of like Bottega with this big chain now. And you can fit, obviously, look how big it is. You can fit so much in it. I'm not a big fan of the crossbody strap, which looks nice with that hanging down, or you can take that off. But it's handy that it's got it. I always usually, because it's such a big bag, would carry the long strap inside, and then you can just attach it in case like I needed my hands or whilst I was out. And I love the quilting effect, and they have this in a smaller style too, but I just think it's such a classic style, and I love the colour. Then my last bag on that shelf, and then I need to restock from my other shelf, is, I said it like Chloe Faye's, it's a Chloe Faye day bag. So I've got so far I've got the Chloe Faye day bag, the Chloe Faye backpack, the Chloe Faye medium, and the Chloe Faye mini. So clearly I like the Chloe Faye bag, can you tell? And this is definitely one of my favourites. This was a really generous gift from Brand Alley. If you don't know about Brand Alley, it's a bit like Bicester Village designer outlet, but it's online. So they have like the classic store, which has all of their stuff, but then they also have like timed sales. So it's something that you would like want to have your email notifications on, because sometimes they have like 2 or 3 day sales of certain things, and they do brands like Chloe and Prada and Givenchy and Gucci and all of those things, but then they also have like Mango and like Sweaty Betty and stuff like that. So it's like a real range, but it's an outlet store, so it's really good. And this was a very generous gift from them, and I got this just before I went to Malibu with Blowfish, and honestly I wore it the whole time. I love this bag. I love the fact that it's got a really nice big long strap that so you can wear like this or hold it, and then it's also got a nice crossbody that's detachable, and it looks nice both ways. You can fit so much in here. It's the most beautiful neutral colour. I love the stitching on it, and yeah, it's just definitely one of my faves. Then we're on to the last couple of shelves, and most of these are like gifted and kind of like high-end designer, but I want to show you still because I really love them. So the first one is one from a real classic British brand, which is Aspinall, and I have to admit I've only really used this a handful of times, but I can't bear to part with it because I just think it's such a classic style and it's so beautiful. It's got this silver detail, which is maybe why I don't wear it, and I feel like this style can be quite awkward, but it's this mini trunk, and it's kind of one of their more classic well-known styles, and the inside is just so beautiful. Look at it. And it's got a crossbody strap too. It's just a real cute little classic bag. I just can't bear to part with this. This was a really kind, they actually loaned me this for London Fashion Week like 3 years ago, and then I said, where do I send it back to? And they were like, don't bother, you can keep it. And I was like, and this bag is from a French brand that I love, Cezanne, and I'm not sure if it's still in stock, but I'll link. I know that they'll definitely have it without the beads, but it's got these wooden beads on it. I got it last summer and I just love it. It's such a cute summer bag, and it's just like a bit different. It's a leather bucket bag. You can fit so much in here, and it's also got a strap which is detachable, but I like to keep it on in case you want to like if you need to get your hands out, keep your hands free, sorry. But it's just really nice kind of crossbody, or you can hold it like that, and I feel like it looks quite smart too, like this, as like a little handheld bag. It looks so cute with like summer dresses, and it's just a classic style from a really lovely brand, and that was a gift too. So that is everything. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if I felt like I was rushing towards the end. That's for two reasons. One, Jack's just told me my lunch is on the table and it's getting cold, and I was like, I'm filming a video. And two, because I can see that I've been talking for nearly an hour, and I don't want this to be an hour-long video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you liked it. Let me know if you've got any of these bags. Let me know which is your favourite. If you got to the end, you're a trooper. Leave me an emoji of a handbag to let me know, and so I can personally thank you for sticking with me. Also, do you have any of these bags? Do you want me to do a review on any of them? If you've got any questions about them, just let me know if you're thinking of purchasing. And as I said, I will link everything in the description below, including what I'm wearing, and like link alternatives if they're sold out or anything, and secondhand or whatever. So hopefully there'll be something for you to be able to find it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.